Hello! I've always been fascinated by the history of the République Démocratique du Congo. It's such a complex and rich history. Where would you like to start?
Hi. I agree, it's a fascinating history with many layers. Let's start with the early history of the region. The Congo Basin, where the DRC is located, has a history of human habitation dating back thousands of years. Some of the earliest inhabitants were the Pygmies.
Yes, the Pygmies have a unique and ancient connection to the region. They lived as hunter-gatherers in the dense rainforests of the Congo Basin. It's remarkable how they've maintained their traditional way of life despite the many changes in the region.
Absolutely, the Pygmies' resilience is commendable. Moving forward, the Kingdom of Kongo is a significant part of the DRC's history. It was a powerful and influential kingdom in the 15th and 16th centuries, engaging in trade with European powers like Portugal.
The Kingdom of Congo was indeed a major player in the early history of the region. But it eventually faced internal conflicts and the impact of the transatlantic slave trade, which weakened it significantly. Speaking of the transatlantic slave trade, it had a devastating effect on the Congolese population.
Yes, the slave trade was a dark period in the history of the region. Millions of Congolese people were forcibly taken from their homeland and shipped to the Americas as slaves. The cruelty and brutality of this trade left a deep scar on the collective memory of the Congolese people.
Moving into the 19th century, we see the arrival of European colonial powers. Belgium, under King Leopold II, famously exploited the region for its ivory and rubber resources during the period known as the Congo Free State. It was a brutal regime marked by forced labor and violence.
King Leopold II's rule in the Congo was a humanitarian catastrophe. The reports of atrocities led to international outrage, eventually prompting Belgium to take control of the territory as the Belgian Congo. Though the Belgian colonial administration brought some improvements, it still involved the exploitation of the Congolese people and resources.
World War II and the aftermath had a significant impact on the Congo's history. The Congolese people were inspired by the global struggles for independence, and this led to a movement for self-determination. In 1960, the Congo gained independence from Belgium.
That's right, Patrice Lumumba became the first prime minister of the newly independent Congo. However, his tenure was short-lived, and he faced opposition from both internal and external forces. The Congo became embroiled in political turmoil, and this period was marked by secessionist movements and foreign intervention.
Lumumba's assassination in 1961 was a turning point in the country's history. The years that followed saw a power struggle between various leaders, including Mobutu Sese Seko, who eventually seized power in a coup in 1965. Mobutu's rule lasted for decades and was characterized by corruption and authoritarianism.
Mobutu's era was indeed marked by his Zairianization policies and the promotion of African authenticity. However, it was also marked by a decline in the economy and a weakening of state institutions. It's fascinating how his rule shaped the DRC's modern history.
Absolutely. Mobutu's rule left a lasting impact on the country. The end of the Cold War and the collapse of the Soviet Union also played a role in the DRC's history. The country went through a period of political upheaval and civil wars in the 1990s and early 2000s.
Those conflicts, often referred to as the First and Second Congo Wars, were incredibly complex. They involved multiple armed groups, neighborhood countries, and competing interests in the region. Millions of lives were lost, and it's a tragic chapter in the DRC's history.
The peace process that followed the Second Congo War led to the establishment of a transitional government and eventually the 2006 elections. Joseph Kabila became the president, succeeding his father, Laurent Desire Kabila, who was assassinated in 2001.
The transition to democracy and the 2006 elections were significant steps toward stability. However, the DRC continued to face challenges, including armed conflicts in the eastern regions, issues of governance and corruption, and the exploitation of its vast mineral wealth.
It's worth noting that the DRC is incredibly rich in natural resources, including minerals like coltan, copper, and cobalt. The exploitation of these resources has often fueled conflict and raised questions about who benefits from them.
Absolutely. The issue of resource exploitation and its connection to conflict is a critical aspect of the DRC's history. Efforts have been made to regulate the mining sector and ensure that these resources benefit the Congolese people, but it remains a complex challenge.
Let's not forget the recent history, particularly the 2018 elections when Joseph Kabila stepped down and Felix Tshisekedi was elected as the new president. This marked a peaceful transition of power and raised hopes for political and economic reforms.
Indeed, Felix Tshisekedi's presidency represents a new chapter in the DRC's history. It's a pivotal moment, and many are watching to see how his administration addresses the country's challenges and advances its development.
As we wrap up our discussion, it's clear that the history of the République Démocratique du Congo is a tapestry of complex and often turbulent events. It's a history marked by resilience, struggle, and the enduring spirit of the Congolese people.
Absolutely. The DRC's history is a testament to the strength and resilience of its people. It's a history that continues to unfold, and I hope that the country can find peace, stability, and prosperity in the years to come.
Thank you for this enlightening discussion about the history of the DRC. It's a subject that deserves ongoing exploration and understanding.
You're welcome. I'm glad we could delve into this complex history. It's a reminder of the importance of studying and learning from the past as we look to the future.